Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2024. I am Cards of the Heart, joined by fellow competitor 6 for this matchup. Welcome to the booth, 6.
Yo, glad to be puzzling again. I guess it depends on what's going on in the mode I'm playing.
We are rated PG for puzzling gameplay, after all, and we are in an 18-person double elimination bracket. I don't think we've had 18 people for a double elimination tournament since like the olden days of 2018. So we are treading on ground we have rarely crossed before, and one of our little bonus first round matchups is going to be played right now with the 15 seed gamerX459 against the 18 seed Oxcat 6. How much have you been looking forward to watching the chaos of this tournament unfold with such a big field and such a big skill level amongst all of our players? I mean, Gamer has an 8-minute flat V hard personal best, for crying out loud. How much does it excite you and scare you, like how big and deep this field is?
The more players there are, the more chaos there is, and nobody is going to be just one and done. They get multiple chances to show off their abilities if just one series of matches or one day goes poorly enough. So I think it's a nice little opportunity for everybody. The skill levels have definitely risen to the point where very few of these matches are free. These bottom seeds, you might see a little bit of a skill difference, but I guess we'll get there. But it's still very nice to see just more people entering and trying their best. That's what I really like. More puzzlers.
Yeah, more puzzlers, more great puzzlers. I mean, between our 15 and 16 seeds, we had a person who almost won a silver bracket, coming down to basically one race, one stage, really one stage away from winning a silver bracket, and then another who did win the silver bracket last year. So we'll have that to look forward to in the next matchup. But for this one, we'll see how both of these players will do. Oxcat does look a bit outmatched based on the qualifying times, but you never know. You never know what'll happen. And if you are watching live and feel like putting some money where your mouth is on who is going to win the matchup, there is a live Twitch chat prediction going on right now that people can bet with their channel points. Thanks again to BB Forky actually setting those up in between matches. Got such a great community around here, puzzlers, and if you join our Discord server, you can become part of that community and get involved in some of the things that we're doing, because who knows, we might be doing some more of these things more often in the coming months. You'll just have to tune in and find out how that is going to work. But for now, we've got 15 versus 18, gamerX459 versus Oxcat. Let's wish these two well as we get into this next matchup happening right now. A little audio balancing is in order, and then we will go ahead and get on with the matchup. The decision was left to Oxcat for first level to be played, and it is going to be easy. So I will set these players off. And we will go ahead and get this match going. So, easy mode 6. Everyone in the community has their own opinions about these earlier levels. How do you feel about easy mode?
Easy mode, well, first of all, is slow, and whether you appreciate that or not depends on a lot of factors. Recently I appreciate it more for being able to weave in a lot of cool tech that I can see with my eyes, but just have to pass up because of the speed level in higher versions. Basically, easy mode, if you have the capability to see cool things, lets you actually do those cool things.
Honestly, you do get rewarded a bit more for higher cursor speed, for sure, but at a speed level of 2, it might be the easiest place for you to try out and execute fun little things in the versus space, at least versus these computers. So maybe you can try to get creative and get some good stuff, or just maybe try to set some things up and maybe plan out a more realistic plan of attack for when you actually get to the higher levels. I am always interested in seeing how different people approach these different levels.
The only drawback, or potentially one of the drawbacks, depending on who you ask, is that if you don't send a clean attack to top them off, it takes so long to send the next attack that even with slow cursor speed, the AI will just lurch over to a garbage clear that extends the stage time by 50% or something. So we're going to be looking for as many clean opening attacks as possible, and I think Gamer has one right there. It just depends on his panels. Okay, he's not even moving. That's fine.
Yeah, these foes are generally very slow to react to garbage once it hits. But yes, Gamer is certainly capable of landing enough attacks to beat these opponents quickly. Maybe not the fastest at building the necessary chains, but Gamer has a fairly extensive PvP background in his training of this game, so he's certainly no stranger to making the combos and chains necessary to beat opponents, and so far so good for our 15 seed, and our 18 seed is getting off to a good bumpy kill on that stage. Okay,
yeah, Gamer took a few attempts to top him off, so that's actually a little bit of a catch-up right there. Looks like Gamer has a much better attack prepared for this Poochie, though. Might need another line. It didn't matter because he was going to clear anyway, so might as well just get in a couple extra chains or combos to ensure the top-off when it lands, and get him in about 23.
I will admit, this is going to be my first look at Oxcats. They came into qualifying with some times that are way off of what the rest of the community is used to competing against, but we do welcome all players of all skill levels to try and take their part. Like participating in these tournaments is like half the fun of being involved with the community, and maybe we can set things up in a way to get people more involved more often. Like we're seeing some chains from Oxcat here. I've seen an X4, I've seen an X6. There have been some good stages there. It's just when things have gone bad, Oxcat has not been able to restart building the attack. Like I don't know, Six. What did you do to really get started with playing this game? You're definitely well versed in a lot of puzzle games. I mean, I saw that firsthand in our Kirby's Avalanche tournament last year. But remind us how you got involved, how you learned to play these games.
Okay, this... I think, to put it, like, in terms before even speedrunning it, I think the key factor is just recognizing patterns. And by recognizing patterns, you see, like, when you do a clear, what's going to fall into place to make other things clear. And I believe you can getting refined with that just by looking at... Many of these games have these little in-game demonstrations of formations that will lead to combos, chains, even skill chains. And even if you don't look at the tutorials, there's actually, if you play the puzzle modes, you're going to see, like, many formations that you see, okay, how does this get everything to clear in this number of moves? Oh, this is how. It kind of demonstrates to you how to recognize all of these patterns, like when you're playing actual matches just in a completely untimed setting just by solving the puzzles. And that's something I really appreciate about games like this, like teaching you something or like secretly teaching you something about other modes while playing a different mode entirely, and just banking more knowledge on the core game as a whole because of that. Is this gonna have to be a crushed bird? Yeesh.
Wow, 10 lines required for that Raphael kill. That is kind of nutty. That Raphael at any level is usually hard pressed to get down that low, but this is working well enough for Gamer so far to get about a 5.5 minute cave entry time. Oxcat working on Blarg / Tetris Attacker, and there have been some flashes of brilliance here. Definitely some good things done here that can be expanded upon, can be worked on, and oh, that one more line, that should get it done for Blarg. It's not going to be enough for this matchup, as Gamer is going to take care of this hook bill and a potentially flirting with a 7-minute easy finish. I would be interested at some point in polling the community at large and asking various questions on how they learned to play the game. I think it's kind of like maybe the hip and trendy thing now to kind of ignore in-game tutorials and just jump right into the game and just learn by playing instead of learn by looking at some text or looking at some examples. Like I don't know, Six. How do you feel about tutorials in games? Like maybe nowadays if they're like worth anyone's time.
Is this plant gonna die? Okay.
There it is.
Plant dies.
That's a
The expected result is
719.
in.
That's
Oxcat's
officially
probably going to follow us
719.
soonish. But yeah, generally forced tutorials do sometimes feel like a boring school setting, but so that's why like blending the tutorials or just the knowledge to do things in games with other with regular gameplay, like the position of the first Goomba in Super Mario Brothers to force you to jump and probably hit a block, and then this block does different things, and then in geometry you have to jump over before the first obstacle that could cost you a life in the form of the bottomless pit and all of that. It's good design, and like I said, I think the puzzle mode in this is good design for that, because not only are you solving puzzles, you're also trying to do something in the least number of moves. You're also sort of being ingrained that, okay, if you have this formation in this number of moves, it can turn into this combo or this chain. If you don't have all the cursor speed in the world available to you at times, you do not see me secretly pointing to myself. That helps you... It helps to play smarter rather than faster. Just make the minimum number of moves to keep a chain going or keep weaving things in so that you can send attacks at as good of a rate as everybody else and keep up that way.
Okay, we are getting close to the end of Oxcat's run here. Oxcat now on the final stage.
There's like 2 more lines. A little bit more ammo. A little bit more. Send like another line and... Okay, but that's going to drop onto the other side. Small chain might be able to do it because they wouldn't be fast enough to downstack that. And there we go.
Alright. Alright. Congratulations to Oxcat on finishing. That is officially clocked in at 10 minutes 11 seconds. Very commendable effort from Oxcat, but it is gamerX459 that will be taking home star number 1.
So I think for the versus mode in this game, the first thing to recognize is what do I need to do to win? And that is to make combos and chains to send garbage, and then recognizing, okay, how do I do that? How do I do that as much as possible? Even, again, before the speedrun factor. Just how do I maximize that? How do I detect extra combos and chains? Can I find one? Can I make it? And then can I execute it myself without dying, I guess? Because I saw a lot of within that game. How do I put this? Sort of swapping to make match 3s, which make 0 progress towards sending more garbage to our opponent. So matching 3 is sort of like passing a turn, almost. To make an actual attack, you have to figure out how to align more than that, or drop a 3 into another 3 to be able to make progress like that. If you can do that once, you can do that again and again until the opponent is down, and you move on to the next one. And repeat for the rest of your gaming life.
Indeed, it's a never-ending grind with this game. So Oxcat has decided to go up the ladder for this matchup. Looks like we're gonna try to at least go for an easy, normal, hard lineup, and then maybe we'll see a V hard. After that, at the end, we'll get these players set up for game 2, and then we will get it going. But normal mode is a bit of an enigma. It's slow enough for the opponents to not be able to respond all that well, but easy mode is such a slog with the stack health that the opponents have, the amount of time it takes for foes to lose once they reach the top of the screen, that normal mode having a faster level and a faster death timer in that regard, it does seem like the level is the first one that might be considered tolerable. Like Beefin said, it was like his favorite, one of his favorite levels of all of them. Six, how do you feel about normal mode?
The speed increase, as compared to the previous mode, is indeed noticeable, and the AI does get a little bit faster, but generally if you top them off in one big attack, the reaction time it takes them to get to the next clear is less than it is in easy. So from a getting good stage time perspective, it's nicer that way. For sure.
Alright, the timer is counting down. We can actually see it count down now with Gamer integrating his timer with LiveSplit, with the racetime.gg races that we are holding these races on. Definitely a fun little extension to the display of these races that we could definitely stand to make more use of.
Nice follow-up combos.
Good for the 18. Oh, Oxcan just gets to that 3 chain in time, and that's going to be enough for a 24. So, good work there. But yeah, I think for normal mode, I usually aim for 7 lines of garbage. Maybe you can get away with 6 sometimes if you make the chain fast enough, but that is a beefy chain for Gamer to throw down the middle of the stage.
It does get them down, but yeah, also if your eyes dart around enough, you'll be able to see, okay, I'm going to make this chain until I don't need to anymore. Like, if I see they have enough lines, maybe I have the next chain set up, but I just either don't complete it, or I intentionally swap out of it if I need to, as well. Just to be the most time efficient possible. This Poochie needs a decent amount of more lines. I think that's still short. Have it clear in there, so just make a few more combos. A 4 and a 4 is just 1 line, though, so you gotta be aware of that sometimes. This'll do it.
Oh no, that's a garbage clear from a chain. That's an 8 combo 3 chain.
That just falls
Okay,
into
and just like that,
Kuji
Oxcat
wanted to
is
rubber
in the
band
lead.
this.
Wow,
Good.
that was quite
dog.
the turn I was not expecting. 17 seconds from Oxcat, we have a game on our hands.
That
Let's
was
see.
just a cleaner attack, yeah. Slides in. Can't get to that in time, but that's fine. Just make another chain elsewhere.
It does seem like Oxcat's reaction time just a little bit slow to getting to some of this stuff, but the ideas are there. And honestly, half the trouble of doing well in this game is just seeing the patterns in the first place. Oxcat's seeing the patterns, maybe not doesn't quite have the recognition of just how much they're capable of doing. But there's something to be commended for being able to see it in the first place, which is nice. But the race is a bit leveled off. Now, Gamer throws down a 5 chain, 2 rows of combos. That is going to be enough for a 13.
Yes, there we go. That is what we like to see.
That's gotta be a good pick me up for Gamer. And
Oxcat
has a good stage here with a 20.
Okay.
Okay, don't look now. Don't look now, but Oxcat is trying. Sometimes you gotta do the Gary Oak thing and keep on trying.
Ooh, that was a bailout technique right there. If you swap it like the perfect time, the block doesn't land, and therefore the chain doesn't cut off. And if you swap into it, it continues the chain. That was neat. Very good job there.
Oh yes, you can definitely get trippy with chain recognition by the game when you make swaps just as soon as the panels land. It is fairly precise timing. Like we may joke in speedruns about various frame perfect tricks and whether things are actually frame perfect or not, but this is a 60 frames per second game, so everything that is frame perfect is literally 60th of a second frame perfect, and there are definitely a few ways you can extend chains in a pinch to that kind of precision. Gamer has a bit of an interesting pattern for Raphael. I'm not sure I would have started there for the chain stuck, finishing the chain at an X5 there.
It's not the most efficient minimum number of moves, but it should get there if Raven doesn't downstack both these pillars, and he does not.
That is going to be a cave entry of about 530, and Oxcat's a stage behind. I mean, if you slip up in the Cave of Wickedness, you can lose some chunks of time here. Like 30-second stages are not completely unheard of. Like Oxcat's not out of this. As much as we may have wanted to count them out early on, it really held their own so far.
There can be a bit of an issue where if you tunnel vision something and then just due to a misswap or just timing it wrong, you can't get to it anymore. Sometimes it does take your brain a long time to reload finding another pattern. Oh, that was a nice Raven that didn't downstack at all, but Gamer's done with Hookbill around the same time. And so a big part of preventing the bad stages is doing that recalculation as fast as possible after you know that you can't get to the initial thing. How good is your recovery?
Yeah, like a lot of things in life, a lot of things in games, it's the people who are the best at improv that end up getting the best times, and that takes a fair amount of time to try and practice. And I mean, Gamer's had a fair amount of practice with that in his own right, especially with the PvP experience. And Gamer's been around our tournaments for a few years, so he knows his way around this stuff, how this stuff is typically done. But definitely not a bad showing from Oxcat either. Gamer has now reached the final stage of normal mode, and this
is a
Kamek.
low Kamek.
Wow, yeah, can't.
A couple more lines will do it. There's a clear, but it doesn't matter as long as you get the combos in time. 5, and I think there's one more. Oh no, it was 4.
Ooh,
okay,
it's gonna need another line.
Let's him clear again. Okay, this chain will have him topped off, and he's out of position.
Okay, it's just a matter of when at this point.
Okay.
There it is. 801 for Gamer.
Watch out! Watch your head!
Watch your head, Ox! Oh, okay. You always have to be mindful of where your stack's at. You can't let it get to the very top without having any sort of plan. Like even the best players in the world can still float a little too close to the sun in that regard and lose the occasional stage. So the aggression is good. The aggression is definitely good to have if you are trying to top foes out as fast as you can. But if you're going to go all the way up to the top, you better have a plan already in place. Like right as you raise the stack to the very top, you should be trying to swap something in to get a match going to start a chain. Alright, Oxcat's done in minute 36. Could we possibly see a normal time once again be faster than easy? How about it? How about it, game? Give him a break and let Kamek go down easy, please.
Alright, finding a chain. Just let that drop into a 10
like,
combo. That's fine.
I think 7 of that 10 combo was planned.
Just keep doing more of that.
Oh?
Oh, the right side.
Oh! A good
right,
Kamek. Like on our end, that might have been a sub 10. That was fun. That was a fun stage to end on. It's officially a 10:03 for Oxcat. It's good, but not good enough for this one. Actually, that might have been a personal best for Oxcat. Well.
The cool thing about this game sometimes is that even if you don't intentionally set up the ginormous combo falls, sometimes they're just arranged for you. Free dopamine.
That is fun. Alright, that is a second star to our 15 seed. And our 18 seed has decided to make the clean climb up the ladder and go to the hard level for Game 3. Let's see if Oxcat can potentially get another personal best run out of this one. We shall see. I mean, just to review, in qualifying, Oxcat got... I don't have this time memorized. A 1945. Certainly Oxcat can do it better than that. The way they've been playing today, certainly they can do better than that. Let's see if they can do better than that.
Hard speed. is nothing to sneeze at. Like, even other puzzle players sometimes have a bit of an issue with using that speed to our advantage to keep weaving in the things that we would want to do. Doing skill chains at all is kind of unforgiving at times. The window gets pretty small sometimes, and if you do a miss swap, sometimes you just have to do a full recalculation, and because of the AI speed, it can snowball into getting cleared on several times. In the hardest modes, it can result in yourself getting pinned with garbage and then not. It is just a total nightmare. So you gotta be on your game.
Yeah, the transition of the speeds is not a free thing to get used to. We'll see how our players get used to that transition as we hit Game 3 of this best of 5. Oxcat will be trying to avoid the loser's bracket with a win here. Gamer looking to finish this out and looking forward to a round 2 matchup with yours truly. By the way, I am the opponent for the winner of this match. By the way.
Both players had a bit of a struggle on their opening attack there. Now they're trying to find more. Gamer found his way out. Oxcat's still trying to find things. And yeah, that's where that pattern recognition comes in. Okay, Lakidu, you can stop. I know there's several moments where, like, if you did just literally one swap, there was a way to continue the chain or make a bigger thing, but that's just learned experience from seeing all the patterns over and over and over again. Sometimes if you're talented enough, you just don't see it. Sometimes, and that applies to everyone. Like I don't always see the minimum number of moves to do a simpler thing because I see this other thing on the total other side of the board. The adaptation is like there's always more stuff you can learn about little micro plays. I review that on my own stuff. I know Beefin's covered those micro moves in reviewing other people's footage too. Well, we all like to help each other if people ever want to opt in for help on those plays.
And
that's
it's
a good
not
chain,
like
Roxanne.
nice. And it's not like we have everything completely figured out either. We're not consistently throwing out sub 8, sub 9 minute times as a whole. We're not wholesale getting good times on all these runs each and every single time. There's still quite a bit we have left to figure out in this game. Like as was alluded to in the previous match, like there's an RNG manipulation that can be done that needs more exploration. There's still quite a bit of theory that we need to be able to craft to grow the game to the next level. And if you enjoyed this game and want to try and take it to the next level yourself, then by all means join our League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord. There are a bunch of links on the bottom of the screen that you can see where to go for all of our stuff where we nice 17 from Gamer, 105 from Oxcat's Poochie. Like there's our Twitch channel, and some of you are watching live right now. We appreciate every single one of you that is tuning in live. We have our tipping page where you can add to our prize pool that currently sits at $158 out of Initial stretch goal of $500, and
Nice.
Gamer going hard on the lag chains with the 14. Good work. We've got plenty of ways to get involved with the community. We welcome everyone that wants to do what they can. Oh, what an adjustment from Gamer after that seemingly unplanned slide under for chain extension. Managed to keep the chain afloat after that. That's not an
Nice
easy
save.
thing to pull off.
Extra combo garbage is gonna fall now, and fish should go because of that. Alright. Pretty good. This Wiggler has gotten really, really low for Oxcat, and trying to find that many lines has been a bit of an uphill climb. We might be getting close to there. Oh, there was a double swap in there, but it doesn't matter. We're through.
Okay, Gamer gets a 16-second Raphael, and we'll be entering the cave at a little under 5:30. Definitely trending towards a low 8-minute time, which may not be up to the standard that Gamer is looking for, especially considering who his next opponent would be, but it is getting the job done here, especially with that 11-second hook bill.
It's all a warm-up. It's experimentation for the serious things.
Oh, these foes getting into the cave section of hard mode. It's the first set of levels where these foes actually have the ability to set up chains, like skill chains, especially. Like they get super aggressive with raising their stack and going to the chain thing they're trying to set up, but they're not usually fast enough to pull that off. So these foes can be sometimes beaten in a more consistently fast manner. Gamer not getting the luck, that kind of luck with piranha plants at the moment. But this should be done fairly soon. Let's see how Oxcat plays this Blarg stage as they approach the halfway point. Let's see what they're thinking. Okay, 5 combo. 5 combos are generally good.
Oh, there was actually... Yeah, the tunnel vision can sometimes be so much that you swap out of a chain that if you just did nothing, would have continued the chain.
It's amazing how often that happens. And again, there's some... There are some good things we're seeing with vision. Like there are definitely some 5 combos that I did not think that Oxcat would see, but it seems like there's also a little bit of a trap of just matching 3 and praying how it goes.
It's all panels, but it's a kill. It's fine. I think if you intentionally don't set any garbage, that's the inevitable end of all these stages anyway.
It takes like 3 minutes, but it does get there eventually. Now Gamer on to Bowser. Needs to rebuild this attack.
A little bit more ammo, because this Bowser is going to clear the garbage block multiple times should you let him. Okay, that's some good weaving. Bowser is getting pretty low, so he might need to do that again. Probably raise your stack now.
Okay.
Yes. Advance.
Ah.
Yeah, a couple more lines needed.
One more
But after
line.
this
It's gonna
pause,
come
this
there.
should be good.
Rechain.
And then just make sure
Should
that
be
you clear off
enough.
the top.
Unless there's a chain in the second tier of panels in between garbage blocks. That's it. And then another chain in second tier immediately off the garbage. Are you kidding me? Bowser, can you calm down? Hello? Wow.
Nice fireworks show.
Bowser, can you not? Bowser? Hello? Help?
It's okay. We just do that again.
Oh, there it
And
is.
there he goes. It got the job done. It's valid. Learn from it, shake it off, and be prepared for the next battle even stronger. GG.
GG. Looking at that in real time, I think we're just gonna recalculate that as a 953 for gamer, and that will be enough to pick up star number 3 and the win. So GG's for gamer. Did what he had to do to take care of business.
And it looks like Oxcat's still continuing to try and finish out the mode. Everybody wants to see Bowser get what he deserves, right? I want to see a dead Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser needs to pay for what he did to Gamer just now. That was rude. Can Oxcat deliver any of that justice? I mean, there is technically a mercy kill rule where runs that go on past 5 minutes after the winner finishes have to be forfeited. I hope we don't have to get to that. We're probably fine in terms of schedule anyway to let this play out anyhow, because we needed to try and pad out the schedule a little bit to be able to accommodate one of our next competitors anyway.
That'll get him. Okay.
There it is. There it is. Minute 21 for that Raven. So I think we are fine on time. It's not a huge deal.
This is the inspiring footage you send to all of the panel players yet to be, saying, hey, this player is more of a gamer than you are for doing an attempt of this.
Hey now, we don't encourage any kind of serious bullying around here. You hear that, Tayman? We don't bully. In any case, that 5 combo is so tantalizing, and Oxcat was avoiding it for the longest time. It's so. Speaking
you
of,
can still play this. Yep.
it's so hard to not backseat. Like backseating can be a particularly dangerous thing to do with these games. It gets so infuriating to to try and deal with backseaters in any game, but in this one, you really start to get the impression of armchair quarterbacks thinking they know more than the player. So
I mean, there's a lot of
try
potential.
not to do that too much.
There's a lot of potential micro advice to give at any point, but I think most players are aware of it, at least, and only when they specifically request it should really dig deep in there. Otherwise, I think people are smart enough to know, okay, there were definitely things that you could have done, just practice pattern recognition and all those things above, to see it.
We got oops all singles from Oxcat at the moment. Fortunately, Plants is downstacking enough.
So can we just get another one in there? Oh no!
Oh no, this is gonna be a lag chain and then some for Piranha Plant. Wow!
Welp.
That's crazy. It's so pretty and yet so crazy for the opponent to get that. Wow.
Fireworks of salt. Alright. So you can speedrun at any time, regardless of what your level is, although I think I remember when I first streamed this, it was just in an attempt to beat all of the modes deathless. And then when I could clearly do that, I think that's when I upgraded to the speedrun. But obviously, that's not the path some people take. But I don't know. Do you when do you pivot to the speedrun of the game? Is it before or after you can like consistently defeat it the standard slow run way?
It kind of varies a little bit with each game in the series, though I personally, I didn't think I had done any sort of conquering with this game, with this series really, until I was able to just beat all of the stages without losing. Like the moment I stopped using continues is the moment I started to feel really good about my play. I know maybe I'm not the best person to ask about like transitioning towards the speedrun part of it, because I felt myself get really good at this game before I knew of any sort of speedrun scene, but before I ever knew about Speed Demos Archive or TetrisAttack.net, I think was a website that people were gathering into at some point.
Yes, get him.
Okay, come on, Bowser, stop. We said stop. A down stack, combos coming down. Oh, one more.
Huh?
It's almost there. And this has a decent shot. Oh,
nice
some combo separation.
Nice cameo from the steel block, just in case.
Got some combo separation. That's a
big chain.
Missed a line, but yeah, Oxcat's got the chain. Oh, still doesn't have the combos on top of.
This combo will land.
This one, though. Okay.
Yay! We have
there
a dead
it
Bowser.
is.
We did it.
There it is. We'll go ahead and log that in as an 1816. There we go. There we go. Congrats on Oxcat for finishing the run. GG's. Hope the next round goes a little bit better for you. Let's go ahead and make this result official. Gamer with the 3-0. We'll be moving on to the next round, and yes, it will be a bit of a rematch with yours truly in the next round. And actually,
Intimidated?
I've had some weird early round results. We'll say that. I can't be looking past Gamer. So that's gonna be a fun one to play around with. Let's see if we can get our bracket updated so we can see the updated matchups. So here we are with the 3-0 from Gamer.
Mostly the expected result. Maybe not, didn't get there the exact way hoped, but just keep on refining and be stronger for the next match.
For sure, for sure. So we've got one losers bracket match actually decided now with that result, as Gamer proceeds to face me in round 2. The round 1 for Oxcat is going to have them take on Kanayo in the next round, and then it would be the loser of the BB4K Yukisaka match that would be playing the winner of that matchup. So we're already getting some matchups formulated here. 6. Anything particularly exciting you about what this bracket is looking like or might become?
I've heard people are already hyped for me and Ty, and we haven't even played yet. That's just how the immediate clash is, for how it's all set up for how good all of us are. So I think we're already off to a hype start. Just immediately. There's no unhype in here.
No unhype indeed, and it's only going to get more hype as we have one more match to bring you today, and it is the other round 1 matchup. 16 I Like Being Smart versus 17 Paratroopa. I Like Being Smart coming off of a silver bracket win in the last Tetris Attack tournament, and Paratroopa joining us for the first time in, I think, 3 years. Really should double check that. It's been a while since Paratroopa has been in our tournaments. They've hopped back into it and are looking to make a little bit of noise, and really just looking at the qualifying times between them, we could see some swings in either direction that make this matchup very, very competitive. So you guys are not going to want to miss it. We'll get that set up and brought to you very shortly. So before we leave this matchup, thanks again, Six, for helping out with the commentary. Did you decide if you wanted to be around for this next one?
I'll stick around for that. I like being in this seat.
Indeed. Indeed, and we'll welcome Six and everyone else watching live back to the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2024 right after this.